Hello, my friends. Russell Wright from Members.Super-Intelligent.AI, and I'm so glad to see all of you. It has been an amazing time with a business sabbatical and retreat to plan and create more amazing tools, software, and content for you while facing two back-to-back hurricanes here in Florida with our family reunion sandwiched right in between there. But it's been exciting and innovative, and it correlates with the hurricane that is the AI revolution. And I have a lot of really exciting things to talk to all of you about over the next couple of weeks. But before I do, I want to make sure that we go over the most simplified model of our membership area so that you can decide where you are and which instructors you're working with and which products and services you would like to use to leverage and increase your revenue, whether you have a micro agency, a full agency, or whether you're a one-man band. So the idea is to make sure that everybody in our community understands exactly what it is that we're doing. And admittedly, there is some contradictions between certain layers, and I'm going to explain why we have to do those contradictions and how you can resolve them in your case so that you can choose a very clear path. Because whether you're in the Agency Elite program or the Jimmy Kelley Entity SEO Reloaded program, it should be perfectly clear that all of these have immense value to bring together all the tools, all the SEO knowledge, as well as the execution to run a profitable agency like many of our students are already doing. Okay, first thing I want to bring to your attention, we're just going to go through this little diagram. I have to get this out to you in a reasonable time, so I'm just going to go ahead and start using my trusty pen. I want to bring to your attention on this chart, which you should have. Hopefully this is much more simple than my Millinote map that we have in the area, which we'll continue to leave there, but I just want you guys to see what's going on. I want to break down the AI SEO Agency Elite members area into the done for you model, the future-proof content. Okay, this is the flagship, the center, the core axiom of where we're going. I'm going to explain to you why towards the end of this, because it's really future-proofing everything, where things are going. I'm going to talk to you about my conversation with the most advanced AI available on the market and a combination of chatbots and a swarm, and what they've actually, what we've actually created with them and where we're going with that. We're going to talk about, which is really content creation for both humans and robots. Okay, and we're already in the future. We're already 5 years out with this. Okay, also your do-it-yourself. So we've got the done for you, and we've got do-it-yourself. For those of you who are in the Jimmy Kelley Local SEO Entity Reloaded, you are already working on what is a pretty advanced system. Now, there is a lot of information around this system. Okay, so you can see we already have 12 modules with more modules coming with the brand signals master himself, which is Jimmy Kelley. Jimmy is by far the most advanced entity-based SEO, impression and traffic and user integration and structure SEOs that I know. Okay, there's two that I've worked with through the years, and this is what I really want you to consider. Back in 2019, Jimmy Kelley, myself, and Daryl Osborne created a training that hundreds of students participated in. It was a mastermind group that lasted almost 2 years called Entity Establishment. The two brilliant minds and instructors behind this were Jimmy Kelley and Daryl Osborne. This course is still somewhat evergreen in some sections. I wanted you to be aware of that because the exciting news, then some of you have not heard, is that Daryl Osborne is on our team as well. And that's incredibly important. It's really important that he's here because we have our Reputation Boost local SEO and maps done for you. And you've seen our Reputation Boost technology. So Daryl's on our team, Kaylin and myself and our outsourced team, we get results through any means possible. Okay, and you get your own chat support. You get your reviews that come with it. You can just follow this column all the way down. Okay, this is the line where we go into my private mastermind group, which is called Move 37. We're going to talk about that at the end of this conversation. Okay, but what I want you guys to understand is that we'll be executing using any means possible. And if you've seen the overlapping diagram of the Reputation Boost does not just consist of brand signals or anything else. We may or may not use it for the delivery of the results. The results are to get your maps moving in a relatively short amount of time. And should you need to upgrade to other done for you services, we'll be working with Daryl and the rest of our team to execute those. Okay, so these are just for our reputation boost customers and clients, where we're able to use all the techniques and the collaboration between myself and Daryl and everything that I've learned through the years with all of these great SEO masters to execute and get positive results. Additionally, I want you to understand that we do give, it's optional. I know Seth had some questions, David had some questions. There are people that had questions about this. You do not have to white label us through the chat room. The chat room that you get is an optional thing. So what this means is when we set up a chat room for your client and make sure that they're getting results, we actually have discovered that the biggest reason that customers leave is this feeling of this a perceived indifference. And where there's a perceived indifference, they don't know that you care about their leads, their phone calls, and their rankings. We focus on all three: visibility on the search engines, visibility on the maps and rankings, phone calls, and leads coming in. And even if we aren't successful in all those immediately within the first 30 days, over time, we do that. So that's what our team is doing. So I just wanted you to know that this is not a brand signals focus area. This is a get it done. Get it, make sure we get results for your client section. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, and so we've got amazing team members on this. We do focus on reviews quite a bit in the Google Business Profile, but this is just one of many things, and all of you have seen we're going to rebuild the diagram that shows you what Reputation Boost is and how we build it. Okay, here's some examples of when Kaylin turned on the leads, and we have positive results. We get a lot of testimonials. Okay, our team cares about your client success, unlike many agencies who just onboard and forget you. Okay, so this is one of the things that we're going to be focused on. So on the other side of the coin, we have brand signals. Brand signals, as over the last 30 days, we've made a decision that because we want you to be able to get the best out of studying with Jimmy Kelley, if you're in the Jimmy Kelley course and you have access to the software, which you can see all of you do, and you have the discounted monthly price, which activates it, you need to be able to be in a local, a do-it-yourself state of mind. Okay, so the do-it-yourself state of mind just simply means you've dedicated the time and the energy to learn many of the advanced techniques that Jimmy teaches to get the local maps actually happening with brand signals. Okay, and Reputation Boost, we don't necessarily use brand signals. We may not. That's left to our SEO oversight expert to determine what to do with that, and that's going to be Daryl. Okay, so Daryl and Kaylin, of course, as CEO. So when we're doing the local AI SEO done for you, or if you upgrade to a regular SEO contract, we will do it for you. We make sure that you get a wholesale discount because of your membership, and we just make sure that you get results. Hopefully that makes sense. And we'll use whatever tools and whatever software and whatever methodology is necessary. Okay. If you are focused on the do-it-yourself and the map software, and you're studying with Jimmy Kelley, you need to stay on that path. We do have students that are doing both. They're tossing to us done for you, and they're getting results. And then they're also taking the training with Jimmy Kelley so they can do that themselves. You're entirely welcome to do both. We just want you, again, to understand the clear path and what's actually going on. Okay? So there's a do-it-yourself, and there's a done for you. We do whatever means necessary in the done for you. And for the do-it-yourself, you will learn the structures and the site methodologies that Jimmy teaches, and you will use brand signals according to his specs. And you will have access to the help and support chat through brand signals and do all that. That's really for somebody who wants to take it on yourself, wants to control over the maps, and is really willing to get in and change the website if needed, because the website has to be good enough to use with brand signals. Okay, and so as soon as you have to access a client's website, you're definitely in a do-it-yourself mode. You've got to price it yourself. You've got to work with all that. And some websites work just fine with the structure as it is. But as you all have learned, you're studying with Jimmy Kelley, who's very well known in the industry for this. Okay, but if you're doing it done for you, you're going to use our methods, and we will use any methods necessary. Okay, for getting clients results. Okay, so when you look at our phone calls and you look at all the conversations we have with clients, we're constantly checking in on them to make sure that they have results and that they're happy. Okay? Now, you probably noticed at the center, you have this thing called information gain. So information gain is The reason I have this at the center, the information gain, insight gain, and innovation gain is the future. Okay? There's thousands of dollars of software included when you take this training. Okay? So let me just make sure that you guys understand where we are. We have different price points for all of these. Those of you who are with me early on during the launch, you have a special price point. You've got QAI Agency Elite. There's just a couple of you, but most everybody coming into the membership area now, which is QAI SEO Agency Elite at $497 a month, is getting the information gain training system, soon to be changed. We're going to call it something else as we begin to roll out based on the many, many hours of work and software development that I've been working on in our sabbatical, okay, where insight gain and innovation gain is actually the future of the search engines. We're going to talk more about that over the next couple of days. You'll see new videos coming where search engines become answer engines and answer engines become insight engines. It's all happening right now, guys. So you're going to be there. And what's so cool is everything that you're learning inside the QAI SEO Agency Elite is going to lead you to where you want to go. You'll have Jimmy Kelley's brain. You'll have Daryl Osborne, Russell Wright, and Kaylin's brain. You'll have a team. These are the best SEOs that I've ever worked with. You're going to know how to execute this, when to use what weapon, where. Okay. Additionally, content creation, when it comes to for humans, is really what information gain is about. So when you learn the entity structures of titles and URLs, the next step is to be prepared for the image-based information engines. That's already stuff that Jimmy teaches, already stuff that Daryl teaches. We're going to show you how images are encrypted. And further, we're going to show how the new answer engines and insight engines are going to be looking for new information gain with novel and unique positioning and accurate content. It's actually coming, guys. So for those of you who are in the Agency Elite course at the $497 price, you've already got the information gain training system. Okay, it's included. For those of you who do not, it's an upgrade. But we do have solid members in this area. This is the heart of a lot of where we're going to, guys. Okay, we've got several people in this training system, and we are going to be working with you and showing you how to utilize the thousands of dollars of software that are included, including GrowthWorks software is included, which allows you to use advanced multimodal AI to create images and to create the right kind of content and more. Okay, so that should give you a little bit of an overview of what it is that we're doing. So the reason we put this at the center is because this is all about AI and content generation. It's not only about AI with SEO. It's about how you will utilize AI to create new knowledge, innovation, and insight while increasing your rankings on the search engine. And by the way, entities, the stuff that both the technology that we talked about with entity establishment, you know, when Daryl, Jimmy, and myself created that course, when we did this training, it was not as clear to me because language learning models didn't exist, that when we launched the entity establishment training course, those stationary frameworks were utilized to teach the models how to think with static points or floating points. So entities were basically the machine learning islands that taught the language learning models how to think. And ultimately now, as we go into neural networks, you're going to need to learn how to combine entity optimization, which is the stuff that Jimmy teaches, the stuff that Daryl teaches, even when it comes to schema, knowing when to use schema, when not to, what the functions actually serve. I want you to have more ways to execute your plans for your agencies, but I want it to be simple for you. Okay, so this is why it's just important to know if you want to go the done for you route or you want the do it yourself route. Okay, so once you consider all the software that's included, down here we have Move 37. Move 37 is something I've been planning for a year. It is not launched yet. This is you need to be an Agency Elite member in order to access this. We're not going to be launching till the end of next month, and you have a discount coupon code if you are an Agency Elite member. So don't worry about that $900 price if you are already a currently paying member. But this will include everything and all of our memberships. But I want to talk to you about what we're doing here. We're entering into a time, guys, where we're going to have to talk about all the nitty-gritty dirty. This is for the hardcore advanced SEOs, or the SEOs who want to know everything, like all the different systems and tools that we use behind the scenes, some of them very proprietary. Okay? In other words, this is a place where you must be recommended by somebody already. Okay, you'll have special act. This is a place where we can talk about Jimmy Kelley's e-commerce cookie monster system that honestly a lot of you ask me and I just can't talk about it inside the um, entity SEO reloaded area. I can't talk about this in those other places. It's not appropriate. It's too advanced because it's not even really SEO anymore. We're dealing with cookie synchronizations and things that, Google and Amazon don't even necessarily tell the congressional court hearings exactly what's going on. I know that sounds intense, guys, but it's really, really true. Okay, so this is all stuff that after working with Jimmy for years on the e-commerce stuff, over the last 7 years at least, we've come up with systems that are so advanced that I need a safe place to be able to talk to them about. Okay, any and all software that you get is in this program. Anything goes conversation, private, private webinars to members, guru agnostic. So just know that when you hear about Move 37 over the next few weeks, Move 37 is the move made by AlphaGo, okay, when it defeated the world's grandmaster Lee Sedol at Go. Okay, and the reason I named it like that is it's a very counterintuitive move. Okay, in the same way, this is a counterintuitive move. I need a place to be able to talk to all of you in a guru agnostic environment about which components of everybody that we work with, all the great masters that we've studied, including myself and Kaylin and all the things that we're doing, both in neuromarketing and artificial intelligence. I want you to be able to have a mixed martial arts mindset. So this is for people who want to go to the next level. Okay, there's also proprietary partnerships, including people who might want a joint venture and the next level type of search engine that's coming out that we're developing, as well as the insight gain score and other functions that will make sure that your content in the future will be the highest ranking within the AI matrix for both humans and for the engines that they currently exist. Okay, and it requires everybody, all the great masters that we've studied with Jimmy, Daryl, and there's about 4 or 5 other great entity and SEO teachers and instructors that I've worked with over the years, ranging all the way back to Bruce Clay, who was my first SEO instructor in 2003. So we've been at this for a while. So this whole section is designed where we're going ultimately is Move 37, where we're going to have a close-knit, tight-knit group that can resell our e-commerce packages, that we can talk openly about the various softwares we use. We might use brand signals for this over here. We might use cookie synchronization and cookie monster over here for this e-commerce client, like many of Jimmy's multi-million-dollar e-commerce clients. Daryl might have to show this aspect of the Surge program as it relates to a schema cluster and a very unique RSS optimization that he's created. He had to get the programmers of RSS Masher to reprogram their entire software to help him. Guys, there's so much stuff that I don't want to overwhelm you, but some of you are going to want to know what's behind the knowledge. You're going to want to know that stuff. Do you guys remember the Will It Blend commercials? The question should be, will it rank? In Move 37, it's going to be all about, I don't care which guru taught you it. I don't care. I might even have my friend Joshua, who's a black hat, Black Adam that Jimmy and I created over the years, who ranks anything using 100% black hat. I'm not suggesting that you all use that, but I would like you to know these things so that you know why we do things a certain way, why we don't do things a certain way, what are the risks at doing these things, what tools are out there. What are the cheat codes? What cheat codes can you use or should you not use? In other words, this is a completely unedited and uncut. This is a director's cut of every single function there is. That's why back in the day when we launched OMG with all those guys, it was called the director's cut. What we really mean by that is that anything goes, but there has to be a maturity and a wisdom behind what it is that we're teaching you if we give you the full spectrum of everything. Okay, so Move 37 is not something that everybody needs to worry about just now. But we're going to be launching it over the next few days, and you guys who are in the Agency Elite program, you're going to have a significant discount for that. I want to make sure, talk to me if you're not sure about it. Let me know what's going on for you, and we'll explain everything that's going on. Okay? So there's a couple of you that have mentioned, sales and processes and results and testimonials, and you'd like to get sales happening. We agree. And yes, it is true that Jimmy Kelley has a personal large brand, and he's very, very well known in the industry. But you still need to be able to sell this stuff on your own. I want you to teach on the merits of your effectiveness, not just on any one guru, not just Jimmy, not just Gerald, myself, and Kaylin, or whatever. It's the results that matter. And I want you to understand how the results work, how we got here, and whether you're going to go a done-for-you path, a do-it-yourself path, and be all prepared for where we're going with information gain. Because as things ramp up, as all the things that Jimmy has taught you with the way that images hold data, and Google starts using images as content, Daryl starts looking at how he schemas images when it comes to, you might have a different weapon for the same effectiveness depending upon what the goal is. Okay, so I want everybody here to become a mixed martial artist, but I also want you to get results. Okay, so if you're too busy running your agency and you just want results, come over here to the done for you. Or if you want to do both, maybe you want to throw some of your maps over the fence at us and we take care of that for you. And we provide you with results and we give you the checklist and we tell you what might be wrong. Daryl does oversight on it. Okay? And then we do that for you. There's others of you who just really want to run your agency on your own. You're using brand signals, you're doing just fine. Christopher, who's one of our members and quickly becoming a staff member, has pointed out, as a developer, he's having amazing success with the brand signals technology. And he wants to learn every aspect of it, and he knows how to edit the sites and create the functions. Okay, a lot of that, guys, is making sure that you have your structured website integration to match the brand signals technology. Okay, so this is where we're at. And guys, when we get to move 37, which is the counterintuitive move that broke the world, like it literally was the turning point for artificial intelligence. We're going to be explaining to you exactly where all this is going, and everything that you learn in both of these training systems, and both of these done for you or do it yourself, and then the content generation, which is a combination of AI. This is the intersection between entity SEO and the future of content creation. We're building an application for that. Okay. So those of you who want more information on any of these training paths or any of these upgrade paths, please let me know. And hopefully that's really, really clear. If you have any questions on how reputation boost done for you it works, remember, we give you the reporting. We do all of that for you. We just give you, when the maps start moving, we give you the green on it. We just show you the green. Show me the money. Okay? And that's what we end up doing. Okay? If you have any questions, reach out to me. This has just been a very quick overview, and you'll be hearing more about this over the next few weeks. Hopefully this is a more simplified version overall of what it is that you're learning and what your learning paths are, whether you're doing all of it or whether you're doing just a single piece to generate revenue for your agency. Thanks, guys. I look forward to seeing you on the upcoming webinar.